Welcome back once again to our Exam Review 4 series. This time we'll be doing problem 2c, in which we solve this inequality, 2x minus 1 over x plus 5 less than 1. The best first step is to move everything over to the left. This will give us 0 on the right side, and then everything else will be on the left. So we subtract 1 from both sides. This gives us 2x minus 1 over x plus 5. Minus 1 is less than 0 when the 1 and minus 1 cancel out. However, we can't subtract a fraction from a whole number. We have to get the least common denominator, or LCD. The LCD in this case would be whatever is on the denominator of this fraction, x plus 5. If our LCD is x plus 5, that means our first term already has that denominator, and it's okay. The second term is going to need x plus 5 on both the top and the bottom. So we'll have 2x minus 1 over x plus 5 minus x plus 5 over x plus 5. Notice the x plus 5 on the numerator is in parentheses. We will need to distribute the negative. So this minus sign gets distributed to this x and this 5. We'll have 2x minus 1 minus x minus 5 over x plus 5, still less than 0. Now we simplify the fraction. This 2x minus this x gives us just x. Minus 1 minus 5 gives negative 6 over x plus 5 is less than 0. So this is about as simplified as we can get. We've got one term on the top, one term on the bottom. To get the root of a rational equation like this, we'll need to set the top part equal to 0. So we'll say x minus 6 equals 0. If we add 6 to both sides, we'll get x equals 6 as our root. Now to get the asymptotes, we set the bottom equal to 0. So we'll say x plus 5 equals 0. If we subtract 5 from both sides, we'll get x equals negative 5 for our asymptote. Once we have the roots and the asymptotes, we'll carry those forward and place them on the number line. Now, our root was x equals 6, and our asymptote was x equals negative 5. So let's place those on the number line. X equals 6 would go somewhere toward the right side. We'll make a little mark for 6, and then we'll put negative 5 somewhere on the left. Those are going to break our number line up into regions A, B, and C. We also need to know if the roots and asymptotes are going to be open or closed on the number line. The asymptotes are always going to be open no matter what. So at negative 5, we'll place the open circle. To know whether the root is open or closed, we check the condition. The condition says it is strictly less than 0. That means that is also open. Therefore, the root will be open, and we'll place an open circle at 6 as well. Also notice that the condition says strictly less than 0, so we will say that we are looking for negative answers because those are the numbers that are less than 0. Now, let's go to region A. Select an x that is between negative infinity and negative 5, and then place that number into our expression to figure out if we get a negative number or not. Let's try x equals negative 10. On top, we'll have negative 10 minus 6, negative 10 plus 5. If we do the math, negative 10 minus 6 gives negative 16. Negative 10 plus 5 gives us negative 5. If we take a negative divided by a negative, you will get a positive answer. We're not that worried about what exactly that number is. It only matters that it's positive. However, let's check if that's a match for the condition. The condition says we need negative answers. So A does not match that condition, and therefore A is not part of the final answer. Now let's continue to region B. Let's try an x that is between negative 5 and 6. 0 would be a good option here. We'll do 0 minus 6 over 0 plus 5. This gives negative 6 over positive 5. If we take a negative and divide by a positive, we get a negative answer. This is a match for the condition, so B will be part of the answer. Now, region C, we need a number greater than 6. Let's try positive 10. We will have 10 minus 6 over 10 plus 5. 10 minus 6 gives us positive 4. 10 plus 5 gives us 15. And a positive over a positive will give us a positive answer. However, that's a mismatch for the condition they gave us, so C is not part of the answer. So the only region that matches the condition is region B, and our answer will be negative 5, 6. That's the region that matches this inequality. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again next episode.